Hello, my name is Jacob Hunter, and this is my ingestion project for Premiere Pro for my film reel. This is my logical directory structure. I structured it either by the name of the project, or the type of footage it was, or the what I was doing at the current time. So this piece of footage here is my camera movement. And I chose this because it was one of my better zoom out pieces. This footage here is of a particular actress that I liked, and the footage that she used shows off some of my more special effects work when it is added. This is just the raw footage to it. I chose these two pieces because it is for an assignment that she had me do, and I thought it turned out really well with her costume, the background, and the lighting. This is more on lighting. This is one of my favorite pieces of footage. When I did it, it was... They say what doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. It was really cool because it was my first time shooting outside without with microphones and using a program that I was given that showed me how to set up my lighting, and it worked well outside, and that's why I chose this particular piece. This is another piece that has a pan up and a close-up of the blue robes that you saw the woman wearing in the previous one. And these three were a final project for a class. I don't recall the name of it right now, but it was for lighting, one of my earlier lighting classes. And we had to start with a long shot, and then move to a medium shot, and then go to finally a close-up. And I was really happy with the way this turned out, so I thought it was one of my better things to add in the film reel. And these two shots are from an outside project that I did that I was happy with the way they turned out, and it was my first time doing like a moving piece. And being from Delaware, there's not a lot of film opportunities, so I ended up getting involved in community theater. So I wanted to show off that, and these two shots are from a recent job that I did for a group called the Reedy Point Players, and they wanted me to film their productions. So I've done that before, so I wanted to include a couple of my production shots into my reel to show that I do theater production. And these two are, I wanted to show off the color correction that I did for this, and the different angles of the shots, and the tight audio that I had for these two shots, because this was a personal project of mine based on the Spider-Man villain Venom. As for the metadata for these, metadata is something that I haven't really used before, but I really liked like how it was structured. Like, the one thing I really liked was that it shows the frame rate, and I thought that was one thing that I particularly liked, because it's nice if you're working with different cameras to be able to show it off, and this way if you're looking at a ton of footage, you can match all the frame rates together to make sure they all sit right. And the other thing I like is the file path, that even though I've moved it here, if I want to recall something else that was, because I've named each of my cards separately, so it's nice to be able to go, oh, okay, that's on this card, I know the rest of that footage is on this card, so I know I can type in this path, the file name, and it'll show me exactly what's on that card. And then, having just learned about offline and online status, I thought that the online part here was important to put, so I knew whether it was still, whether it was linked and online or not, and hadn't been sorted and taken care of yet. For the other metadata, the one thing I really liked and really thought was cool was the rating system. And these I've all rated 5 stars. And I did that because these are the pieces that I'm actually going to use. I have other pieces that I had rated. I just found out about it, so I started going back and rating all my other footage to 1, 2, 3 stars. So even this way I can go back and look and see, you know, why they were 1 star and why I didn't like them. So all my shot locations were in Delaware, so all the shots are listed from Delaware, because some I have listed, some of the shots I had done before were from like PA, and it was kind of hard, and it was nice to know, now that I know how to do this metadata, it's nice to know where the location actually was and what state. The one thing I did like in all these, and what I've kept them all organized, is that the only thing is I couldn't figure out how to, I accidentally clicked on this one and couldn't get it to go back. So if you have a comment on how to fix that, that would be great. But I do like the camera model. I really wanted to make sure that got on all these files, because they were all shot on my FS100, because I know sometimes you'll get footage from different cameras in the FS100. You know, people can say, oh, okay, these are all from the FS100, and these are from the Canon 7D, and these are from, you know, the Nikon 120. I hope this helped, and I will continue to improve this, and definitely start using metadata more, as it does make it much easier to search for my footage. Knowing what frame rate I have for these pieces, and what I mean, it makes it really nice to be able to search under metadata and find the footage that I need. And it'll bring up and show me what I want. Thank you for taking the time to listen.